All right, we are live. Welcome in 12s to another episode of the Emerald City Gridiron Podcast. Tonight we are joined fresh off a rookie minicamp by Seahawks rookie wide receiver Levi Wentz.
What's going on? I'm Levi. I'm a wide receiver out of Kansas.
All right, Levi, rookie minicamp has come to an end so far. What's your first impressions of Seattle?
It's awesome, man. I mean, the franchise is awesome. The area is cool. Like I've never really been like to this side of the country. Like spent a lot of time out here. So, I mean, I'm just super excited to get to work out here.
Yeah, it's definitely beautiful, as you've seen being on the VMAC today with the water behind it. It's a very scenic, beautiful place
Yeah.
to be at. So we'll just start in. Let us know. Are you from? You're from Pittsburgh. So obviously a little farther away from Seattle. How was it growing up in Pittsburgh? From what I know, you have a big family. I also have a big family. So what was it like growing up with a big family and that support system?
It was awesome, man. I mean, like, just I got a lot of great people behind me, just really rooting for me. I mean, I'm really close to my family. They've helped me every step of the way. So, I mean, it's just a huge blessing to have that type of support system behind me.
Yeah, you said that your dad and your grandpa were had a huge impact on you. How was it like with having those in your circle in your corner each step of the way as you process into the NFL?
Yeah, I mean, they've just helped me understand how to be a man and just like how to go along my business, just to not give up and to keep the faith. And they've just showed me a really good example of how to be a man, basically.
Yeah. It's very good to have a good support system in here. Um, when I was doing my research on you, I found you started playing in high school.
Yeah, I actually started playing my senior year of high school. I kind of just had like just like the thought that if I don't try it now, like I'm not gonna get to try it.
Yeah. Was it something you wanted to do, or was it just something you were like, I'm just gonna try it? Like,
Yeah, I mean, like I always kind of wanted to play football. I was a basketball guy. I kind of
yeah,
focused a lot on basketball, so I always like kind of wanted to try. My parents weren't really with it. They thought I was like too small or whatever because I was small like coming up in high school, but um just like they were scared it was dangerous. But I kind of got on them. I was like, I want to play my senior year. And my dad actually was like, all right, I need to see you do 100 push-ups to prove to me that you actually want to do it. And I was like, all right. So I did the push-ups and went out and played.
okay, fully committed. When you started, did they, if I read correct, they had you on defense?
Yeah, I began my football journey at corner, actually. I played corner in high school.
The hands must have been a little too good to transfer over to wide receiver.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to play receiver when I first went out for the football team, but like
Yeah.
I really knew nothing about the sport, like the game. Like so it was tough for me to learn an offense that fast. So they kind of just wanted to say go out there and guard the receiver like it's basketball, basically. And I
Hmm.
picked up on it pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah, high school football is crazy. Yeah, I remember being in high school, probably like 5'8", under 200 pounds, and they had me out wide like I was Rudy. Just trying to,
Yeah.
just trying to do whatever I could do. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely a thing, especially starting out so late. Trying to figure out what you want to do and what position. And was it when you were playing corner and you were being productive? Was it something that you were like, oh, did you still have the itch to want to be on offense, or was it something that you enjoyed where you were, or like by the time you got to college, you're like, look, however I could be on the field, I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, when like I love playing corner. Like it was a lot of fun. I kind of just like took the coaching and was just like kind of locked in on doing that because I knew that was like my best way on the field at the time. Um, but like I always knew in the back of my head, like I'm an athlete, like I can catch the ball, like I know I could play receiver, but I kind of just bought into the corner stuff. I went to college, they actually like moved me around all around the defense. I played safety when I got there, then I was an outside linebacker at one point. So like I did come from like a lot of defense before, and
Mm.
I don't know. I had a receiver itch in the back of my mind. I want to go. I want to go try it out because I tried out so many other things. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I know you started out in Old Dominion, went to Albany, ended up in Kansas. How was it in your journey throughout those in each school, whether it's Old Dominion, Albany, Kansas? Which one, or like in each stop, what did you learn and take away from each college that you went to?
Yeah, I mean, at Old Dominion, I just kind of learned like to just be resilient. Like it was tough for me on the defensive side of the ball. Like especially playing outside linebacker, I was having a tough time putting on the weight and like just kind of all over the place with that. So I just had to stay resilient and find my niche there. Like that's where I really like figured out, okay, this is what I'm gonna do with football. Like this is what I'm gonna do. And then I went to Albany and I just like completely bought into it. I became obsessed with playing receiver. Like I had a great like mentor in front of me that taught me a lot about how to play the position and just how to go about my business on a daily basis in the football world. So Albany was a great stop for me just to be obsessed with receiver. And then I got to Kansas and like I was kind of like a prove it type of situation for me, but at the same time like I wanted to take in all the information from the highest level, like get every ounce of knowledge out of it. So I think each stop had its own lessons, but it's come together for a crazy journey.
Yeah, I watched you last year at Kansas. I was watching some film of you before we got on and everything, and one of the thing and it is you, but that game against Missouri, we was this
Yeah,
close to the end
yeah,
zone. But I seen, looking from, school to school and watching tape, I could just see the the steps of your verticality in your game, the physicality, your willingness to play on special teams and everything. And what was that like, growing, as you went in, like you said, you started in high school, getting a late start. What was that like as like in perspective of yourself? Like, okay, I'm picking it up now. Each off season, you're picking up more, you're learning more, and you're gaining confidence.
yeah. I mean, like I said, like I just kind of became obsessed with it, and I'm a competitor too. Like I want to win. Like
Yeah.
that's what I like to do. I like to win. I think everybody likes to win, but I wanted to do whatever it like took to help the team win. And
Yeah.
whatever my role was, I wanted to be the best at it. Like I wanted to strive to be the best at it at
Mhm.
every spot. So whether that was playing scout receiver or playing safety or playing wide receiver, starting wide receiver at Kansas, like I wanted to do that job to the best of my ability to help get a win for real.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I definitely seen was, like the size and physicality that stood out. And that's something that I kind of wanted to talk into transition and into here is a nickname that stood out to me called the bouncer that was given it
Yeah.
to. Is that something that you want to bring into the NFL? Is that something you want to live up to? Like, is
I
this going to
mean,
be a nickname that sticks?
I don't know. I think it was just like a funny little thing. Like he'd never really said that to me before, and then he just, my coach said that in the press conference. It made me laugh. But I mean, I do take a lot of pride in my physicality. Like I try to impact the game in any way I can. Like even without the ball in my hands, I try to go make an impact. So I do take a lot of a lot of pride in my physicality. But I don't know about the nickname. I think we could come up with something better than that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. You'll have some time to get your own nickname going. But I know you do have a former Kansas teammate that now plays with you. That might keep that alive a little bit. But how is it
Yeah.
coming into the facility and being able to be with Emmanuel, who you were with last year. I know that you said you guys were close. You guys went on your visit together. Is that correct?
Yeah, we did. It's really good to have like someone you're familiar with, someone you're close with, just like to go through this journey together. Like there's a lot of guys competing on a daily basis for a real spot. So I
Yeah.
mean, having a guy like there that you can like help each other out or just be able to study with or whatever it is, that's a good thing to have. Like definitely.
I know against Cincinnati, you got a touchdown in the end zone. I seen a little handshake with y'all. Is that something you guys are gonna to bring back, or you guys are
Yeah,
gonna try to come up with your own?
yeah, most definitely. We got some stuff in the
Yeah.
bank.
Um. So really, what we talked a little bit, about Seattle and everything, but and how you're transitioning and everything, and how has mini camp been? What's the transition from learning the Seahawks offense, and how did like Kansas help you? Did Kansas help you in that transition? Learning
Yeah,
from their playbook to Seattle's.
yeah. I mean, minicamp's been great. I mean, it's not been too hard to pick up on it because luckily Kansas did a good job of preparing us with a pro style offense. Like it's familiarities, but you got to learn the verbiage and learn the new like hashes and splits and landmarks like that. But Kansas definitely did a great job of preparing us for the NFL basically. So it hasn't been too bad. I've been picking up on it fast, just trying to do my best.
Yeah. Uh, it's one of those things that I seen when I was going over like film and some interviews with you is you let it be known that you did play some special teams.
Yes.
In an interview I was watching you, they were talking about Emmanuel, and you said a lot of people might not know, but I do play some special teams myself, and being a rookie in this league, you're gonna really have to cut your teeth on special teams. Is that something? And earlier we talked about the size and physicality. Is that something you look forward to being able to showcase moving forward?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I like playing special teams. Like I said, I want to do whatever it takes to help the team win. Um, I like I like to get like I like to grip guys up and go block. So I'll just go out there and do whatever it takes.
Um, who is looking? We have mini camp. You're going to get through mini camp, or you're going to get through rookie mini camp, and then you'll go to OTAs and everything. And who is a vet that you look forward to really like meeting and picking their brain on some things?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like Cooper Cup is a long-standing vet in the league. I really look forward to just seeing how he operates on a daily basis. Like, I try to be a sponge and just soak up all the information that I can. So I definitely look forward to seeing how he operates and guys like Jackson Smith and Jigba as well. Like, there's a lot of good vets in the room and good players in the room that I can learn from. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. Last year we seen something that was kind of, not seen often when you seen a rookie in gray, looking for advice from Leonard Williams. You having a cornerback background, is that something you might go and if you see something at the line, maybe go ask some corners like, hey, what did you see here and everything? And is that more
Yes.
niche for other players?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like even today at practice, after practice, I was talking to one of the corners and just like talking about, oh, this is why I played this technique. Like I saw you do
Mm-hmm.
this. It's always good to pick other players' brains and just get a different perspective, especially coming from a defensive background. Like it makes sense to me. Like just understanding how they play their coverage and stuff to help me get a better advantage on my routes and my details. So I definitely try to learn from any area I can.
And that's another thing I was going to ask is how do you think that cornerback background can help your game, moving forward, seeing things? How has that helped you in totality? Whether it was coming from high school to college to now having that in your back pocket of playing both positions, so when you see you see what they're doing and you know what they're going to do because you have that cornerback background.
Yeah, yeah. It makes it a lot easier to like be really detailed in your routes when you understand coverages, understand why DB is playing the way he is playing, and understand what he doesn't want you to do, so you can
Mm-hmm.
press leverage and things like that. So, just having that understanding in the back of my head, like okay, like this is what I would do. So I try to use that like to the best of my ability to get an edge.
And earlier, we were talking about your first time being in Seattle and how it is and everything. And Seattle obviously coming off a Super Bowl. Before their Super Bowl season, when you hear Seattle Seahawks, what comes to your mind?
Being from Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson comes to my mind. Most definitely, like, but I mean, they're obviously a great franchise. Like, I've been walking past the banners this whole weekend and just seeing all the accomplishments and stuff. So, the culture, the environment is great. Like, it's something that I love to be a part of and just continue to pour into.
All right, a couple more questions here before we get you out. Um, what what do you plan on, or what do you plan on bringing to this team? Like, what do you want Seattle to know? What kind of player you are? What you're going to give them day in and day out?
Yeah, I mean, I work very hard at what I do. That's the first thing. I work very hard at what I do. I try to impact the game in as many ways as possible. Whether that, like, I take a lot of pride in blocking. Like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna block like it's me scoring the touchdown. So I take a lot of pride in that. I mean, I'm relentless. Like,
Mhm.
whatever it takes, whatever it's gonna take, I'm gonna do it. Whatever the team needs, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to do it my best. Like I said earlier. So.
Um, so a lot of rookies come in and they set goals, milestones, and everything. Are you one to set goals? If you have goals set, or are you just taking it by camp, and on? Like, is obviously you can say goal one, make it the rookie mini camp. Are you one to set futuristic goals, or are you more just take it by camp?
Yeah, I try to live in the moment. Obviously, I have my personal goals in the back of my head, what I want to accomplish, like
Yeah,
what I what I've been dreaming of since I started this. But like, I just try to take it a day at a time, just soak up every minute of it I can, because I think, like, if you think too much about outside the present moment, like, you're missing an opportunity to get better. You know.
yeah, for sure. Um, if you could say, coming into this new season just after the draft and everything, there's a lot of player comparisons, player comps and everything. Is there a player or players that you looked up to or looked after that you modeled your game after?
Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Mike Evans tape. I still do. I mean, he was obviously like an all time great. Like, I try to model myself after him as much as I can. I take like bits and pieces of a lot of different receivers' games. So, but Mike Evans is definitely the one that I watch the most, and he's he's the one that I try to model after.
He's in the division now.
Yeah.
Um, so going back to being in rookie camp and everything, what do you take away from now leaving rookie camp? What did you take away of this weekend?
Just to keep being consistent, like, just keep stacking days. I mean, I see how to operate now, and
Mhm.
it's nice, like, how an NFL day works, and I'm just excited to go put in the work now.
Yeah, for sure. With we talked about earlier with Emmanuel playing with you last year, and you guys coming in together. I seen in a previous interview when you played with Kansas, you joked about some friendly competition, but healthy competition. Now that you guys are in rookie minicamp together, are you guys going to have that competitive, like healthy competition? Because he knows your game well, you know his game well, but you also, from what I've seen, have a lot of respect for him. How is that competition between the two of you guys?
Yeah, I mean, you're always competing. Like, in everything we do, we compete. Even when we're just sitting at home, just hanging out, playing video games or something, like, we're competing. So, it's definitely a healthy competition. Just when one guy does something good, you want to go match it. Like,
Yeah,
you want to go do the same thing. So, like, we both understand that, and we try to help each other to as much as we can. So,
yeah. And like we said earlier, it's got to be something that's cool to have to come in and have somebody that and everything, so that you're not just in this new place all alone. You got somebody else
yeah,
to be there with you. To
definitely.
close things up, if we will, what is like we just talked about earlier. what is the what you want Seattle to know of you? You know, what your character, your type of person you are, and everything. What they're going to get, and you know what they expect to see from you moving forward in training camp.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the type of player. Like I said, I'm gonna give it everything.
Mm-hmm.
You guys can expect to just see a lot of physicality, a lot of to going up and getting the ball like that. That's my game. So moving forward, like I'm just gonna give it all I got and do what I can to impact the team and be a good player for the team. So that's what you can expect.
Have you been able to make it out to Lumen Field yet?
Not yet. We've been pretty busy, but I haven't been able to
Yeah,
get out yet. I'm gonna make
I
a trip out there soon.
Yeah, I definitely say get out there. One thing I'll tell you about like the VMAC in training camp is it is a beautiful thing. You as you've seen, you know, it's not always this nice. I'm pretty sure you hear a lot from Seattle about it rains a lot,
Yeah,
and you just happen to come at a time where you know it's good weather. But you know it gets very crowded. A lot of Seattle fans take it very serious in training camp and everything. And so, you know, I can't wait for you to be able to see that and everything and experience Lumen Field and see
yeah,
what, you know, the future holds for you.
yeah. I'm definitely super excited. I mean, I know the fan base out here is awesome, so I'm super excited to experience it.
Yeah, me too. Well, I look forward to seeing you at training camp. I will be there. Um, Seahawks fans, so Levi Wentz. Hopefully, you know you guys will be able to see him in action at training camp. And as always, leave a like and subscribe to the podcast. It helps out tremendously. And good luck. Good day.